What's up guys, Expel here, and today I wanted to speak to you all about the brand new Ground War 50 versus 50 game mode in Blackout. Before we hop into things, it would be greatly appreciated if you would drop the video a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and make sure to hit that notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video and or live stream. You can also check out my Twitter as well as my Instagram. Both of those are going to be at @IamExpel. Just for what you can expect on those platforms, I actually post every single day on Instagram with absolutely insane clips, and I'm always leaving my thoughts about what's going on in the Call of Duty community on Twitter. Either way, thank you so much for taking care of that, and let's go ahead and hop on into things. So, normally with these types of videos, I'll give you about 2 minutes worth of what I think, then I'll throw you right into the gameplay. That way you can see for yourself how everything is, and you can see a pretty cool gameplay of what's going on. However, today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently, or a lot of bit differently. So honestly, I've been a huge fan of all the new limited time modes in the past that have released within Blackout, but in my opinion, they really screwed up this game mode. They had a fantastic opportunity with the idea of the 50 versus 50 mode, but they definitely missed the target by a long shot. Before we get into everything that is wrong with the mode and how they could fix it, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how the mode works. So, first, you join the lobby and you're split into 2 platoons. You'll be put into a 4-man squad within these platoons, and if all of the players in your squad die, same as in any other down but not out game mode, you will not come back to life. Second, your platoon is sent out in the helicopters opposite and adjacent to the opposing platoon, as you saw in the beginning of my gameplay, which is like probably about a minute and a half ago, right? So the first circle in this mode is basically around 1/3 of the map, and your only choice is to jump into this third, as the rest is basically like taped off by the storm, and if you go into it, you'll pretty much die. Third, you basically play your heart out and hope for loot, as literally 2/3 of the map cannot be played on. On the side of dying, the first set of redeploys come back with a naked Strife pistol and some bandages. I believe it's 5. The second set comes back with the Strife pistol loaded up with a red dot sight, as well as a fast mag and some more bandages. The third set comes back with an MX9 and some bandages. Either way, that's pretty much how the game mode works. Now, let's go ahead and jump into some of the issues that I've been having with the game mode. So, first problem right off the bat is sometimes the teams don't end up having 50 players each. And I think in this game, I actually ended up having this problem. So, multiple times, I've had games where it ends up being 51 players versus 47 players, which is basically a whole squad's worth of difference. It's 4 players. And that's a fix on Treyarch's server side. So this really shouldn't have been an issue in the first place. Now, with the fact that you are only able to play on 1/3 of the map, this will often leave more than half the lobby with little to nothing in their inventories right off the rip. It's a huge issue because more often than not, you or the player that you're up against right off the bat will have maybe 1 weapon if they're lucky, or you'll have to fight it out with your fists, and that's going to leave you with basically no heals after your first fight. So when you go into your second fight, you're guaranteed to die. And if you've been having issues with finding heals in just regular quads like I have, then this mode is going to be a nightmare for you, and I mean that. It is awful when it comes to heals. Past that, something you won't see in this gameplay is what happens when you die. The reason why is I basically took things slow in this gameplay, because when you do die, you only come back with a pistol and 5 bandages on the first 2. If you get unlucky and you roll up on more than 1 player in this mode after respawning, you are pretty much screwed. They will shred you as you don't come back with armor. It's so awful. So to be honest, most of the issues in this mode can be fixed with one thing and one thing only. If Treyarch would just add in the ability to come back with the guns you had when you died and make people unable to loot dead bodies, there wouldn't be players running around with no ammo, no health, and no armor nearing the end of the match or even about halfway through. This would prevent people from camping and really speed up much of the gameplay. If you have no reason to be scared, then it would make it much more intense and a much more fun game mode. On top of that, I believe a 3-minute delay in respawning is way too long, like way too long. I understand they don't want it to feel like Team Deathmatch. And while I don't really personally enjoy Alcatraz, an Alcatraz-based life system would be much more adequate for this game mode. Imagine being able to come back multiple times the same way you can in Alcatraz, but with your actual setup. Another thing that would fix a lot of the looting issues and being short-handed in the late game would be to open up the map and just add in a much faster circle. I honestly find it hard enough in regular quads to find heals and full attachments for my weapons without killing 3, 4, 5 squads sometimes. So with us only being able to loot literally 1/3 of the map, even after killing 10 squads, you still won't be full on loot. Now, if we could simply have a faster circle like the original Down But Not Out game mode, or even have one circle on the map and have 6 minutes to loot up and prepare for the final battle, things would work much, much, much better. So overall, let's go ahead and talk about the things that could fix this game mode. And as I said before, it's very simple things. And it's something that, honestly, if you went and you looked at Fortnite, you could really take from that. And I know I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite anymore either, just because some of the things that they've done with the game, or the fact that I just like Call of Duty more mostly. But they have done very well on most of their limited time game modes, and a lot of the ideas that I have really did pull from the Fortnite 50 versus 50 game mode, and the reason why is they did a very, very good job. So overall, this is what I think could fix the 50 versus 50 ground war game mode within Call of Duty Blackout. So let's get one visible final circle that we can see for the entire game. This is including as soon as you make your way into the helicopters and you begin to drop out of the helicopters instead of right as you drop out. Basically, just I want it as soon as it comes up. I as soon as you get in the pre-game lobby, I want to know where that final circle is going to be, because I think it'll be much better and give your team a much better opportunity to figure out where they can head to. That's going to give them that chance to actually go get some loot and push into that final circle. On top of that, being able to loot the whole map with about a 6 to 8 minute closing circle, pushing everyone towards the final single circle. Once in the final circle, it slowly moves into the center for about 4 minutes until the game is complete. On top of that, we should be able to come back with the loot that we had, and with a total of 5 lives and respawns that rotate 1 minute every 1 minute and 30 seconds. So just to recap on that one more time, you should be able to come back 5 times. You have 5 lives, and the respawns should rotate every 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you die, the most you can wait is 1.5 minutes. That's it. That's all it would take, and this game mode would be good. So either way, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know how you feel about the new game mode in the comments section down below. Tell me whether or not it would be better my way, if you would like to see something added into or change something that I said, or if it's good the way that it is. Again, this is a conversation, so let me know what you think. Either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, absolutely do me a favor, help out the channel and drop the video a like. You can also, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video and or live stream. It would also be great if you could follow me on Twitter as well as on Instagram, both of those being at @IamExpel. And you can expect to see, as I said at the beginning of the video, some absolutely insane clips being shown on Instagram every single day, and my thoughts about the Call of Duty community and what's going on within it on Twitter. Either way, thank you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.